People be asking me all the time, what the rain be looking like? How bad do it get? Here y'all go. I'm telling you, it goes down out here.
This is not time for
Bienvenidos, a lifestyle of smiles. The exhilarating YouTube journey of a daring American father who's made the leap to start anew in the Dominican Republic. Dive into a world where cultures collide as he explores the rhythm of island life, learns the language, aprendiendo español, and embraces the thrilling dating scene. From the lively calles of Santo Domingo to the tranquil playas, every episode is an adventure. Join Dia for fiestas, sabrosa, comida, and genuine insight into parenting abroad.
Good morning. Lord Jesus, it's another morning. I'm tired. I just been a whole lot more tired lately just because I be up pretty late here a lot later than I'm usually supposed to be. But it's all good though. You know, one of the main reasons why I wake up early and I get to doing a lot of different things is because when I wake up early in the morning, I think about, like, oh man, I can just go ahead and lay back down type of ordeal. I look at it like this. I'm like, hey man, valuable minutes, valuable hours, I really don't want to miss out on. So I end up getting up anyways, even though it's something that I really ain't feeling, and I'll be like, all right, let's go on and do it. It's time to be an adult today. Time to be an adult. Let's go ahead and let's go on and get up and get something done and get it ready. Because the way that I've been getting through college this time is that I just been taking everything one day at a time. Just taking it smooth, taking it easy, and just doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And then I've been adding up great. Like I've said in another video, I had my honors affiliation invitation and stuff, and they told me about all the different honor programs that I qualified for and stuff like that. And I looked into them. How can I say this without trying to be nice about the situation? Like, the honors group is cool, but like, when I looked at all the different honors programs, I mean, it's nice, but there's not really a heavy emphasis on any of the benefits that, could be valuable to say. A lot of it it's like, to me, it's like bragging rights. Like, oh man, I passed college with straight A's and I got a cool ribbon or a cool cord to graduate with, but there really wasn't too much of anything that was like worth the hype type of ordeal. Don't get me wrong, it's cool to be in the honors program, get all A's and stuff. That's the goal, to be the top of the class and everything. I remember when I was a kid, I used to want to be the kid that graduated with all the certificates, all the programs and stuff, just so I could be like, look at me, I made it. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't really see any big benefit to it. I mean, it's cool and everything, but it takes more time out of my day just to sit around and listen to somebody talk about, how good it was that they got straight A's. I got some other things that I like to do. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But let's go ahead and get this day started and get this money. What's going on? We just got back from some doctor's appointments. We have them randomly every couple of months. This would be their second or third doctor's appointments they have had here. The very first one, it was just a all-around general checkup. That cost me about $20 per child. Today, since we had some extra things that we are looking into because school be starting, they have different health certificates and stuff that they must contain before they start going into their next private school. So we did some extra stuff, and today it came out to about $23. It was my copay, so it really isn't bad. I have Humano insurance, Latin American insurance, and it covers, like I said, 90% of the cost to go in for like consultations like that, but then it covers 100% of emergencies and like different procedures and everything like that. But back at the house, I know at this point y'all seen some of them shorts that went up. I have some more shorts that I'm going to be putting together as well and trying to get uploaded today. And then I got some other footage and stuff that I'm trying to constantly get loaded. I'm trying to come up with some type of flow and, you know, just to get stuff out there as stuff happens, because I'm really doing a life blog and, you know, daily blogging. So I'm just putting up stuff that's happening on a daily basis, and every day it's not going to be something interesting or, you know, that I feel is worthwhile. But I'm getting together and I'm pushing out the content to people who's actually interested, because I'm starting to gain more views and I'm, you know, getting some comments, and people are kind of hitting me up on different types of platforms like, hey man, I see what you're doing. It looks pretty decent, you know, keep up the good work. So that's pretty much what I'm doing. So stay tuned. So peep game, as you can see, this is what I mean by reapplying myself this time around when it comes to my education. Because I'm not saying that every day I'm looking at the screen and I'm studying and I'm working constantly day in and day out. But what I'm saying is, if you know that you get done with, you know, majority of your tasks early in the morning, then get up and try to do as much as you can. Because if you know by 12 o'clock you don't really feel like doing anything, then just plan to always to try to do something every day before that time period when you don't feel like doing something. All of us feel differently all the time about when we are very productive, when we're not productive. And as long as you can find that balance of when you can actually get stuff done, when it comes to going back to school and getting an education, it's a whole lot easier when you take it, you know, one day at a time and step by step. When I first went back to school, I was like, man, you know, let me go ahead and get things done immediately on the first and two days of the week and everything. But I ended up getting burnt out real quick, and I ended up failing the first time around when I was in college. So this time around, I've just been taking my time, and I've done a whole lot better than I ever have in school on this go than I had, like I said, I've ever done in school, period. What up, what up? Shoot, I just want to have a frank conversation with everybody. Just while I'm sitting here doing some dishes. One of my main things I wanted to talk about. 1 second while I get this situated. Okay. One thing I wanted to talk about was just your motivation as a person to do something different and to do something new with your own life. Even with, for example, even with being a parent, being a dad. Now, I know all of us are not in the same situation, you know, co-parenting wise. We may not all be on the same page with our ex-significant others or whatnot. And I understand that transitioning to living across seas is hard. Transitioning to living anywhere is hard. But here's the deal. If you're the type of person that has, you're a single parent and you have your kids majority of the time by yourself, and you want to explore other things outside of the United States as far as quality of living and price of living, then the best thing going to be for you to do is be able to have a plan and to be able to have an open conversation with the other parent and let them know exactly what you want to do. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's not a conversation that usually go over well because, you know, somebody is going to be in a situation where they're like, oh man, you know, I'm without, I gotta travel to go see the children. That's how it is anyways with, you know, co-parenting and parents living in, you know, different areas. But the only thing that I can say about it is that is to try to have the open conversation. Let each party know how you feel about it and what's going on and why you want to do it. And how it is going to affect your life, how it's going to affect the children's life. Because when I came here, a lot of people didn't understand, why I was here. And I had a lot of pushback from people, my family, people I didn't know. It was like, hey man, you got kids in the United States and you move to another country, oh man, you a bad dad and yada yada yada. But the number one thing I was taught when it came to being a parent was this: hold on, y'all know I'm recording. One of the number one things I was taught was that if you're not straight and you're not in a financial situation to move forward and grow, then your children won't. That meaning this: if you down broke and bad on your back, how are you expecting to do anything for your children? You know what I mean? So as a parent, you have to put yourself in a position to where you can win and be able to do what you need to do to handle your business and make sure that you're able to pay for your responsibilities, because that's what it comes down to. Don't get me wrong, spending time with your children is utmost importance. That is true. But if dad's broke, he ain't got no money, he ain't got no job, and ain't no motion, ain't no spending time. You gotta get to it. And that was the reason I came here, because I knew that I can move here, I can live on a fraction of what I was living on. I can get debt paid off. I can get some investments put back. I can have me an emergency savings, and then I can be able to do more for my family and my children. But I couldn't do those things while living in the States. And I'm checking it, and I'm not going anywhere in life. I'm just there. You know what I mean? And that was my biggest issue, is that I was just surviving. 2 jobs, going from here, going from there, just living to pay another bill type of ordeal. And it wasn't a life. So I ended up moving across seas and finding me my own piece of happiness. You know what I mean? Every day, regardless of what I'm doing, I'm satisfied and I'm happy. I like coming outside and the weather's nice. It's nice and sunny without a cloud in sight. Granted, yeah, it's hot. Don't get me wrong. But I'd sure rather be in the heat than to be somewhere sitting in the cold and it's raining and it's gloomy outside. I never liked that type of weather. When I lived in California, I never understood why I loved living out there so much. Even when I was having some of my toughest times in my life when I lived there, it's because it was the climate, it was the weather. It was nice, it was hot. The majority of the time it was mostly sunny. Even on days that it would be raining and it would get kind of cloudy, the sun would still shine bright on through. So every day was like, yeah, man, I can't wait to get up and just get out the house and go do something. And that's just how it is now. Even with just going to the parks, just going to the malls, just to walk around, see a couple of things, it's all worthwhile living here. The budget is better. When it comes to if I want to date, I can date and don't have to worry about, oh, well, is this going to be worth it? Is this going to break the budget? Because I'm not the type of person that goes out and I'm trying to do something extravagant. That's safe for somebody that I'd be in a relationship with or something like that. But as me personally, just casually dating, I want to be able to go out and, have a meal, have a drink, have a good time. But I don't want to have to come and be like, oh man, $250 later type of ordeal. I'm not really into spending that much money on just a casual date type of ordeal. But this is just a little bit of what I do. Right now I am in the middle of finding a new housekeeper. My last housekeeper I had, she no longer could continue working for us. She ended up moving to a different part of the city and whatnot. So I am in the middle of actually looking for another one. So in the meantime, I'm gonna just get my dishes cleaned and then I'm gonna be able to holler at y'all here shortly. I might holler at y'all in another episode. We'll see.